I've been using kvCORE for about a year now, and a lot of things have changed in that short amount of time. For the better. Working with kvCORE has been refreshing. Not only does it work almost 100% of the time like advertised, unlike another CRM that I'm familiar with, but it continues to evolve and change the game. So let's navigate kvCORE together, and I'll show you exactly what you need to know about this CRM. Hey, it's Jaime. If you're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. We're here at kvCORE, and there's a lot to get to, so we need to get started. Right off the bat, you're going to see that this is your dashboard. Every time you log in, there's going to be a dashboard with some quick summaries of what you need to do. So if you use your tasks more than I do, which I actually don't use them at all, you can actually update your tasks, or if you have calls to make, then you can make it in such a way to where you are programming the following day for you. So it just depends on how much you want to use the CRM. In basically all of these indicators will help you along the way. It just, again, it depends on how much you want to use it. All right, so on the left hand side, you're going to see all of the tabs that you can get to, but before we go and navigate that, I want to show you the top. You want to make sure that you know your phone number. So this is a smart phone number. Now, depending on the brokerage that you're with, every brokerage is different. So if you're your own brokerage, then you have a lot more leniency, a lot of more flexibility with what you can adjust and can't adjust. If you're an agent joining a team, or if you're a team or agent joining a larger brokerage, then you might have some restrictions on when you can and can't do. So just know that everybody's situation is different when you're talking about kvCORE. Some independent brokerages give a lot more leniency to their agents, and then some other brokerages do not. So just know that some of these features are not open to everybody because the broker or the brokerage that purchased this this platform, kvCORE, for its agents has restricted it. So that's my one thing to say about that. So you have your smart number up here, and then you have your website up here. So make sure that you know what that is. And then you see the breakdown. You see the breakdown into agents, lenders, teams, offices, websites, all that fun stuff. So again, a lot of this is already predetermined for you if you're joining a team or joining a brokerage. Now, if you're the person that is bringing it into your brokerage, then you do have the ability to create that. Make sure that you go to your profile and you adjust it. You go to your profile and make it how you want it to look like, because at the end of the day, what you put here is going to be transmitted over to your website. So your website being up here. All right, and then I just put some information, some filler information, and where you want to drive traffic to, but this is where you would go to adjust what people are going to see over on your website. Just be aware of that. All right, so wanted to show you that. You have notifications anytime that you get a new lead, anytime that there's some activity with your leads, the notifications will show up. And then you have your emails right there, the notifications there. Recent activities, very much the same thing like notifications. The one thing that I want you to take note of is the quick actions. The quick actions actually is very beneficial. Whenever I log in and get to the dashboard, I just go and add a contact directly from here instead of going and clicking on Smart CRM. It's about 2 clicks less by going up here. So I just click, and I'm done, instead of going to the Smart CRM and doing it that way. And you have some other quick links here, so you can do blog posts, send email, add a task, add a call, add a note. So again, it's kind of like your quick reference guide, your quick actions. And then if you want to search for a lead, you would do it right here. You could search by name, email, phone number. If you don't want to go through, again, look at your actual CRM and find the person's information. So if somebody calls you and you don't know who it is, you can type in that phone number and your lead will come up. So that's a great way to look up your leads. Now, the dashboard, we were already there, so we're not going to click there. We're going to go to the Smart CRM. And the Smart CRM is where you're going to find your leads. Now, depending on how you are using your CRM, your statuses are going to be different. Your activity is going to look different, but basically it's going to look very, very similar to this. You can add columns, take away columns, whatever is valuable to your business, you can do that right there. So as you can see, there's several things that I could actually add to this list, but I have not changed it from the default features because this gives me information that I already use and need. So you have the name, you have the status. So if it's a prospect, a new lead, and several different other categories, I actually don't use it. I just use prospect, new lead, and that's about it. rating. So depending on how good of a conversation you have with the lead, you can make it a little bit stronger or a little bit weaker of a lead. The activity is something pretty cool. So make sure that whenever you're sending emails out, try to send them out through here. Whenever you're sending texts out, it will send through your smart number, so just be aware of that. But try to send them through here so you can see the activity here, because sometimes it won't register. Now, if your email is synced up, then it will capture the emails, but it doesn't do it all of the time. So if you're over on your Gmail account and sending emails, and that lead's email is already in your CRM, then it will capture that, but it doesn't do it all of the time. So make sure that once you have somebody in your database, go ahead and email from here, because it will capture that. Hey, one quick second. I know that you're enjoying this navigation through kvCORE, so I'll be brief. There's a huge discount on the airfare to Like City. So I'm going to invite you to purchase your tickets, hop on that plane, and make your way down to the bottom of this video and smash that like button. Now, as far as the calls go, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to check out their app. So the kvCORE app, that's where I make all of my calls from. If I want to make sure that the activity is right on the leads, every time I make a phone call, depending on what happens, I hang up, and then it'll prompt me to say, was it a, did you actually get the person? Was it a voicemail? What are the notes? Is there a task that you need to do? So it prompts you before you can go on to the next record. So that's a great way for you to keep track of the leads that you call, putting some notes instead of writing it down and then coming on to your desktop to fill in the information on what happened. So that's a great resource for you to use. Again, download the app. It's free. Make the calls directly from there. Just click on the phone number and it'll dial for you. And then after you hang up, it'll prompt you to put in notes, and it automatically updates the app. And of course, it'll update on your browser as well. And it's pretty instantaneous. So that's been super beneficial. And then the rest of the information we're not going to necessarily go over, because it is self-explanatory at that point. But just know that whenever you highlight all of these right here, you can make different actions. So if you notice that the leads that came in didn't have a certain hashtag that you wanted, you can add a hashtag, you can change the status, transfer contacts to somebody else, delete all of them together, so you see everything that you can do. So you can send voicemails, you can send core videos, which is a collaboration with BombBomb, which is a way to send videos just like this, record them quickly and send them out instead of uploading them somewhere else and sending over the link. So that is a very cool thing that is happening with kvCORE. So I'll just click through on one of the leads so you see how to manage this. You see the actions that need to be taken, inbound activity, property views, upcoming touches. So if they are in an email or a text drip campaign or a call campaign, the upcoming touches show up right there. You have files, you have alerts. You can make a call. If you're on your laptop and you have the ability to make a call, then you can actually make it from here. You can send an email. So as I was mentioning, if you need to send out an email, I suggest that you do it directly from here. Send a text, add a note, do a voicemail drop. Now, a voicemail drop and a core video, those two are additional functions, so you do have to pay extra. Now, it goes back to the way that your broker has set you up. Some brokers may cover all of that already. Some brokers may not, and that they will allow you to add on to the services that you receive. They're providing kvCORE, the fundamental kvCORE to you, but then there are some additional modules, some additional widgets that you may benefit from, but you will also have to pay for. We'll go on to some additional examples on that in a little bit, but you see the activity start formulating. This lead came in a couple of hours ago. So there's some different hashtags that they're attributed to. So it's actually real estate agent. And then on the left hand side, I'm blurring out all this information because that is private, but you see the campaigns, you see the hashtags that are attributed to them, but you can certainly add more details, home, phone number, address, price range, the best that they're looking for, and all that fun stuff. So there are a lot of cool things that you can add to your leads. Again, it just depends on how active or how much you want to use your CRM. You can certainly just use it as a place to store your contacts, but that's actually a disservice for you. There is a lot more that you can do with this system, so you don't have to worry about notepads, you don't have to worry about paper, sticky notes, or anything like that. Anything that you place here, remember, goes onto your phone, your app, and that way you have your business not only on your laptop or desktop, but also on your phone, where real estate agents, you live on your phone. So make sure that you take advantage of it. All right, so we're going to go over to listings. And the listings, you can filter them out based off of the MLS, the entire MLS. You can do it based off of the brokerage. You can do it based off of your own listings. This one, I have it defaulted to the MLS. So if there's even any question on the MLS, I don't have to log in over there. I can just search it from here based off of the conversations that I'm having with the leads. So very much the same thing over here. You can email certain properties to, well, we'll click through so you see it. All right, so once you click through, again, this is directly being fed in by the MLS. So the MLS is coming into the kvCORE, and you see a lot of the same items, basically the exact same thing as you see on the MLS, just presented in a different way. So you see the gallery, which they don't have any photos. You see the map of where it's located. Similar listings, not right now. Nearby listings, and that it usually takes a little bit longer to get the nearby listing, so I should not have clicked on that. And then the activity on it. But what's cool about this is once you find that property, let's just say you're on the phone talking to your lead, talking to a buyer, seller, whatever the case may be, they bring up 392 Hillside Drive for whatever reason. You're going to click on it, and you can send an email directly from here. You can send an email, you could send it via text, and it's automatically, you don't have to automatically in your person's phone or email. So you don't have to log into your MLS and send it to your email and then forward the link or get their email because you already have it. All that fun stuff. So this is a great way to make your work go much faster, be more productive with the time that you have, the limited time that you have. And I'm leaving this up here so you see everything else that you can do it. You can post it directly to Facebook, to Twitter, Pinterest, Craigslist. So if you have deployed the Craigslist strategy that I've shared in the past, and I'll actually link it up at the end of this video and down below, you have the ability to send it directly from here. So that is pretty darn cool. All right, we're going to go to Marketing Autopilot because you're going to find a lot of the value here. Smart Campaigns is for your email drip campaigns, for your text drip campaigns. I'll click on it very briefly because I have a detailed video on how to actually do your drip campaigns from kvCORE, so I'm not going to spend too much time on here. Just know that, again, dependent on the brokers that you have, chances are that you already have default campaigns built up, and kvCORE makes it available to you. So if you don't have any campaigns that show up here, you're going to go to templates and you're going to create your own. You're going to create your own emails, text, calls, tasks, webhook, voicemail. So you're going to have all of that information. You can create the templates, and then you come back over here to the campaign library, create a campaign, and you have your own drip campaign. So again, I don't want to spend too much time there because I have an extensive video on that. So I'll make sure to link that below and at the end of this video. But just know that this is where you're going to go to send out your drip campaigns. Now, one of the questions that I get is, Jaime, well, kvCORE doesn't allow me to send more than 20 leads in email at one time. Well, that is actually not true. You can send out an email to all of your database. You just have to send it from here. If you would have sent it through that smart CRM where we were at previously in Highlight and click the send all emails, there is a limit. And it's actually not 20. I think it's 40 or 50. I forget exactly how much, but there is a limit on the amount of emails that you can send from that side. But here, if you have them tagged as a buyer lead, if you have them tagged as a seller lead, if you have them however you tagged them, or whatever status you have them, you can actually send an email to your entire database through a scheduled email. I'm not going to click on it because there's some other information that I have there that I want to limit the work that Jasper has to do when it comes to blurring. So the scheduling your mass emails, that's what that's about. All right, and then search alerts. Alerts on listings are the most critical way to communicate with your leads. So you set up alerts for the properties. Behavioral automation, automate communication based on lead behavior, so you can route and map your leads in such a way as soon as they come back to your website and start looking for other properties, that's behavioral automation. So they're going to receive text in an automated way saying, hey, I noticed that you were checking out X, Y, and Z home. Can I send you some other homes? So kvCORE in and of itself, in an automated way, engages people for you. So it's able to do that. And we'll click through on this one. There's not much sensitive information here. So you see the behavior. A lead revisits after 14 days. Lead visits the site 5 times in the last week. Lead viewed 5 properties in the last day. So you see the behavioral automation. I'll give you some time to look at that and read through it. But there are some automations that you don't even have to design. All you have to do is toggle the switch on here based off of the contact types, and they are getting alerts based on their behavior. So that is very powerful, and that's something that not a lot of CRMs can do. All right, so then you have lead validation. Get a sneak peek into how we validate your leads. That's more of informational purposes. Not sure if you noticed on the profile, there was green and orange on the contact profile where it said not validated yet or validated, meaning we were able to confirm that this is a valid email. kvCORE Mobile Dialer. The kvCORE mobile app is a native mobile app to run your business on the go. So that's what I was mentioning about making your calls from the phone. Scheduled mass emails, we've already discussed that. Birthdays and anniversaries, this is relatively a new feature. I would say about 3-4 months ago it was introduced. Send automated emails, text on your contact's birthday and anniversary of purchase. So this is why having your CRM as current as you want is very important. So if you are documenting when somebody closed, if you are documenting somebody's birthday, you have the ability to just toggle that switch on and people receive automated birthdays. You can customize what you want to send them, the message that you want to send them. So don't think it's going to be just a bland and generic message, unless you want it to be bland and generic. So that's up to you. And then core voicemail drop. Send a personalized message straight to your client's voicemail inbox. This is one of those features that does require some additional money, does require some additional monthly money. I can't say it any other way. It will require some additional money unless your broker already covers that. Again, you're going to hear me say that quite a bit. You've heard me say that 4 times already. If your broker sets you up one way and they are covering kvCORE, just the fundamentals, there are some modules or widgets that you do have to pay for in addition if you want that service. In Core Concierge, real humans follow up with your leads. That's pretty cool, right? So very much the same thing. It's some additional cost, but you can see here there is just everything under one umbrella. You can do email marketing, text marketing. We haven't even gotten to the lead part before I went into my little counting out the benefits. So let me just go to lead engine. So you see a lot of the other benefits that kvCORE offers. So you have the ability to create landing pages. You have the ability to create squeeze pages. So what are the difference? Landing pages, you can customize it for anything. If you want to deliver a seller cheat sheet, if you want to offer a quick reference guide, whatever the case may be of what you're offering, you can design it. Now, if you are wanting to connect to your IDX or your MLS, which is the IDX connects to your MLS, I'm sorry, you can create individual websites for your listing. You can create multiple listings on one a safe search and provide that to your base. And this is a great way to generate leads as well. So you have landing pages, and then you have anything that has to do with properties. That's where the squeeze page comes into play. And then our expert marketers drive paid leads from Google, Facebook, and more. That one I don't use clearly because I'm better. I'll say it because I believe it. I really do believe that I'm better than them. But if you want to try them out, it will cost you just try them out. There you go. Can't really endorse something I really don't believe in. So there's that. Lead Dropbox, sync any lead source right into your kvCORE platform. So this is where the APIs come into play. So if you want to import all of your leads that come from Zillow, if you want to import the this is actually where you get the API through Zapier. So that's where the APIs go into play. Call capture, use your smart phone number for smart advertising. So going back to that phone number up here that you see right there, that's a smart phone number. So there's several agents in the office here at EXP that share that phone number, but it is a smart phone number that my leads are routed directly to me. If I wanted to get my own custom phone number, I could. It's just going to cost some additional money that way. But here you can put some smart codes and have people text a certain code, and you automatically send them a listing or automatically follow up with the message. It's pretty neat. All right, bulk import. So you can either import all of your leads yourself or have somebody on kvCORE do that for you. CMA Builder, create market reports to send to your clients. So there's a way to create your CMA. Millions Mapped helps Millions Mapped helps you take back control of your client's home search on mobile. So that's the mobile version, searching for homes. Open House app, kvCORE Open House makes collecting leads at your open houses a breeze. So it is an app that allows people to sign in. You have the property that you're doing the open house for already there, so they can actually get some additional information on the property, but they can also sign in with their contact information. And this is a direct response to COVID. Host a virtual open house. Learn how to host a virtual open house with kvCORE, so that's more of a resource. And then Core Property Boost. Thrill your sellers and get more leads from your listings with Property Boost. So basically just sending it out there in a paid way to get more leads. Now transactions, this one I actually don't have set up. So transactions works a little bit different at kvCORE. With transactions, you actually have, this is something that is fed through something off of Marketplace. So what does that mean? That means over here on Marketplace, you have to go to manage finances and transactions. And depending on the brokerage that you work with, again, you heard me say that again, you're going to have different systems or transaction management systems that you have access to. So these systems, so e-commission would actually push the transactions to this. I know it's weird. I know it's a little bit off. It threw me off for quite a while, and it still does because I haven't used it. So there's no way for you to create one from here, create a transaction. If I move myself, you're not going to see a plus button or anything else like that. So know that you have to go to the Marketplace and go back to the manage right there, manage finances and transactions. So download and get this module or widget, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to push the transactions over here. So the reason I don't use this is because we at EXP, we have SkySlope already. So that's where I upload all of my documents and have my broker review it. So I don't necessarily need this. I can get all the way up to contract, and then I'll start a transaction over on SkySlope and submit everything that my broker requires without missing a beat. So I don't necessarily need transactions here. Anyway, now if you have any questions as to what's going on, you can always go down here to the chat feature and have a conversation with whoever you need. Now we're almost there. We're going to Web and IDX. I'm not going to cover too much here, but just know that you can adjust your templates from here. But I also want you to look at two things, especially for this channel. We talk a lot about paid traffic. We talk about the Facebook pixel, and we talk about the Google ads. So in order for you to install your global site tag and your Facebook pixel, you're looking at the custom header. So notice that I went to edit and then I scroll down. So you're going to see the Facebook pixel right here. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. Now, a lot of you have Google Analytics. So if you click on Analytics, you're going to put your UA code here. So your Google Analytics code right here. And then Marketplace, I mentioned that there's a lot of widgets that you have access to. So you have all of these that you can look at your own leisure one thing that I did want to note is that you have the ability to connect your Facebook ads directly to kvCORE. You can use Zapier, which is what you've seen in this channel, and that's what I personally use, or you could use API Nation, which is a direct integration. And here, at least with the broker that I'm with, which is EXP, I have this for free. Now, I'll say it for the last time, depending on your broker, this could actually charge. They could actually charge. Just depends on what the relationship that your broker has with kvCORE. Well, now that we have an in-depth understanding of kvCORE, it's time to fill it up with a ton of leads. So I'll leave a video right here that's going to help you do that. Also, if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another video. And of course, make it your best day yet.